Hello everybody, this is Dr. Novak, and I have a update for you from a Gary who has a moss aquarium, and I'll show you pictures of his aquarium coming up, and I'll let you know about the aquarium. And Mark, which has an aquarium that he gives a 9-month update on using a plenum without any uplift tubes. Also, in this video, I'm going to talk about, usually I don't talk about other people's channels. I really try to stay away from stuff like that because even when people have contacted me and they said about other people's channels and they said something, you know, most people that, that's a scratch right there. Most people that talk about the anoxic filtration system, a lot of them have never used it. So they really don't have any first-hand experience. They've never used it, yet they just say it doesn't work. They never used it. That's like, you know, that's like buying a blender and then saying, oh, it doesn't work, I'm not going to buy it. You know, you've never tried it. But so usually I just stay away from other people's channels and stuff like that. I usually don't talk about them. But this one, it's called Mexicali Fishkeeper. The Mexicali Fishkeeper. Mexicali is I think a city in Mexico, if I remember correctly. But anyway, the Mexicali Fishkeeper deals with aquariums in Mexico, and he's dealt with aquariums or fish stores and stuff in the United States. And I thought you'd be interested, and I'll talk a little bit about that. Now, this is the 20-gallon goldfish tank here, as you can see. And one thing about this tank is all the plants are gone. I took all the plants out because I wanted to show everybody, if you can look, no plants. The entire aquarium has 0 plants in it, except for the hair algae. As you look at the hair algae, it kind of like is undulating. Almost looks like wheat or something. And they love picking on the algae on the bottom. In fact, you don't even need a substrate. I'm trying to get it to grow even better. That's one reason I removed the plants. Second reason I removed the plants is to show people plants are not part of an anoxic filtration system. This whole system here is, as you can see, right by the window. As you can see, right by a window, and gets direct sunlight. Here's the 2 guys, very colorful, very orange, very colorful. They love picking on the algae. And it's almost like, what can I say? Almost like cows eating grass. They love it. I feed them their normal fish food, but then I do let them eat the algae, which they seem to love. And actually, you don't even need a substrate. The algae is growing to the point where hopefully it will cover up the whole bottom real nice, like you see, and it's waving because of the pumps moving the water. But I wanted to show you that this is 0 plants in an aquarium, nothing but just algae with the goldfish. And I like it because, 1, it's quiet. Number 2, you don't have to deal with sponge filters cleaning them out. I got a canister filter. It's been running now for months without being cleaned, and the goldfish are doing just fine. Yes, it cosmetically, to me, doesn't look good. To some people, they'd say, oh, I like a tank like that. You know, it would be nice to have that grass look at the bottom. If goldfish now get a supplement diet, you can tell by their waste that a lot of it is green, so they're eating a lot of the algae, which is good. That's what goldfish do. But they're doing quite well, these 2, in the aquarium. Could I put more fish in this aquarium? Yeah, I believe I could. I believe I really could. But do I want to? No, not right now. these two guys seem to be doing just fine. And as you can see, there are no plants. Yet, the aquarium is being run quite well with just an inoxy filter. That's a BCB bag. Well, this one has a BCB basket. This is not using bags. So anyhow, stay tuned. We're going to get into the video and we're going to talk about the YouTube channel, Mexicali Fishkeeper, and Gary's and Mark's Aquarium. So stay tuned. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is Mark's aquarium, and I think I've shown his aquarium before, this particular aquarium that you're looking at, but this is a 9-month update, so this is 9 months old, and as you can see, it has uplift tubes and output tubes of stainless steel, both ends, and he's using 2 canister filters. The stainless steel filter with the 800 gallon per hour has various pads like you use in my 88 BioReal, and a large bag of filtering. And then he has a Oasis filter. As you know, use BCB bags and the Oasis filter. And so he wanted to send me that, but I want to show you another thing. Here is his pH, 7.08. His redox is 448. This reading was taken around 3 in the afternoon. Lights ramp up and starting at 10 to full power at 1. Then ramp back down from 7 to 10 using around half power or so. I top off the water every weekend when I get home and do a 1/3 water change every 3 to 4 weeks. Balance seems to be good there. Add liquid fertilizer once a week to every 2 weeks dependent on millivolt reading. Thanks for all the knowledge you have shared and to get me to this point. Yes, very high millivolt reading. And as we can see by Mark's tank, of course, he doesn't seem to have an algae problem and things seem to be doing quite well. He, of course, uses a plenum with no uplift tubes. I don't know if I talked to Mark and said, I'd put a tube in, but just don't run it. And I've told people that, like if you are using an uplift tube and it makes too much noise during the night, turn it off. And then put it on a timer. And then when you leave to go for work, have it turned back on again. Okay, the next person we're going to have coming up, besides these wonderful photos that Mark has sent me with his high redox. And as you notice, he uses his redox to tell him when to fertilize. Good idea. Okay, these photographs here were taken by Gary. And Gary sent me these in, and he calls this his moss aquarium. And it's doing very well, as you can see, but look at this. Quite a beautiful aquarium, and look at the moss, how it's grown. Once again, Gary uses a plenum. However, no water changes. And look at this. So it looks like quite a lot of fish. So, you know, it's nice to see tanks like this, right? You go to other channels, barely any fish in the tank, you know. And look at this. People load up their tanks, beautiful tanks. The moss has grown like crazy. He even looks like he's got a shrimp in there. But the point of it is no water changes, no algae problems, nothing. So I think that's something that a lot of people want. They want to reduce their water changes or not have water changes at all, but a lot of people don't. So that's why the anoxic filter was designed, because I realized that as much as people would like to dictate to other people that, oh, you must do this, people aren't going to do it. So you have to work around the hobbyists. And here's a case where Gary's Moss Aquarium is doing quite well with a plenum, no water changes, and this has been up for quite some time now. You can tell that just because look at the moss, how it has grown. And it looks great. I got no complaints. Now, once again, here's another anoxic filter working just great. Okay, now we're going to get into the Mexicali Fishkeeper. The Mexicali Fishkeeper. This is something I just found out, that he has a YouTube channel, and the Mexicali Fishkeeper does. It's relatively new, and when I saw it, he explains how he made a plenum. Apparently he is a YouTuber, and not only that, but he also is signed up to my state YouTube channel, and he explains how he did the 65-gallon goldfish tank with a plenum, and this is a 2-month update he's doing, but he shows how he sets it up. Well, apparently, at 2 months, the lights have never been shut off. Now, he says the lights are on 24/7. Now, you try that with a normal fish tank, having your lights on 24/7, and I guarantee you're going to have algae problems. You're going to have algae problems up the wazoo. Let's face facts. I don't think there's too many people who can leave their lights on 24/7 and not wind up with some kind of drastic algae problem in their aquarium, covering the rocks, stones, plants, you name it. It's going to become a disaster leaving your lights on 24/7. But this is what he claims he's doing. And here it is, a photo of his aquarium. But I will leave a link below so you can go click onto his channel. Watch some of his earlier videos if you'd like to know how he set it up and made his plenum and everything. He explains how he did it step by step, and which is good because basically that's what I have done. But here, I thought this was good because it shows those people out there who may be a little leery or they're watching my channel and don't believe it. Well, here you go. Shown 3 different people. One of them have a YouTube channel. The other 2 show me their Gary and Mark show me their aquariums, what's going on in them. Successful aquariums. I think that this gives people really insight to how well a plenum and an oxy filter can work in your aquarium. And it's really not that much of a hassle to set up a plenum. So the link will be set below for you. You can click on it, go over to his channel, watch some of his videos. It's kind of hard to believe. I can't even wrap my head around. He's got a 30 watt, oh, that's another thing. His lighting is nothing fancy. He's got a LED lighting, but I don't think it's, I think it's more of a store-bought, hardware-bought lighting. So you may want to watch it for those of you who are interested in saving money on lighting. He, in his video, shows, I think, a lighting system that is not your typical aquarium sold lighting. It is a lighting system he picked up at a box store, hardware box store. I think, I could be wrong, but that's what I think. Yeah, you may be interested in seeing it. You may want to copy what he's done, but it's nice to see such a successful individual making a YouTube channel, very proud of his aquarium. But, you know, the amazing part, though, the part that I can't wrap my head around really, is his lights on 24/7. I mean, and you have no algae problems all over your aquarium, and yet I hear other people have algae problems constantly. Apparently, he's got to go into more detail, like has he fed his aquarium? Plus, he has goldfish. Has he fed his aquarium any fertilizers? Probably not. He's probably left the fertilizers out. He probably set it up, left all the fertilizers out of this aquarium, and because he's got goldfish. And goldfish, as we all know, is messy. They are, no doubt about it. And look at the amount of goldfish he has in the 65-gallon tank. They're going to be extremely messy, heavy eaters, just like my goldfish is. Apparently, the system is handling the waste that the goldfish are making, and if you have plants, the waste that the goldfish are making are going to feed the plants. So it'd be interesting to find out more from him, like, does he fertilize? Does he not even fertilize? I mean, it's only 2 months old, but in 2 months, those are the worst months. 2, 3, 4 months into your aquarium, because that's when all the nutrients are abound in your aquarium, and you don't have enough nutrient users than makers, because your aquarium is going through the changes. So you wind up having more nutrient makers than users, and I can't believe he leaves his light on. But go watch it for yourself. And maybe you put something in the comment and ask him, you know, I can't believe it myself, but he says he's doing it. I believe him. You know, I've never heard of anyone leaving their lights on 24/7 because, well, as we all know, you're going to have some big algae problems. But apparently, nope, not with using a plenum and an oxy filter. He's not having those problems at all. So I wanted to bring that up. Like I said, I usually stay away from other people's channels. I don't want to go on their turf, if you know what I mean. I respect them for what they're doing. But in this case, I thought he's new, his channel's new, that if you want to learn more from somebody else who's doing an oxy filter, this is something you may want to click on and watch some of his videos. Okay, so I just thought I'd bring it up. I wish the guy all the luck in the world and everything, and someday I hope him and I can converse with each other. You know, I offered that to other channels too, that, hey, if you want to converse with me, if you think the oxy filter doesn't want to work, if you want to ever converse with me, you want to ever talk about bacteria, you think it doesn't work, I'll be more than happy to talk to you. But I understand why people don't. We all know, because of commerce. But anyway, I thought I would show you it. His channel. Maybe you want to be a subscriber to it, just like you are. He's a subscriber to my channel, which I'm very happy and pleased. And to end this, subscribe to my channel, and I'll try to get more content out here. And I like it. I like it when people send me pictures of their aquariums. Some people send me pictures, like a young lady sent me pictures of her goldfish aquarium, but the pictures were so blurry that I can't use them. I wish she would, you know, send me more pictures of her aquarium, a goldfish tank, where she's using, you know, an oxy filter and everything. But the pictures, unfortunately, were so blurry I can't use them. And I like getting the information from people, feedback, pictures of how your aquarium is doing. So anyhow, this is Dr. Novak. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.